Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started.
Liam Rosenior has offered Chelsea supporters a cautiously optimistic update on the fitness of two of the club's most influential players, Cole Palmer and REECE James, as preparations continue for Saturday's Premier League clash against Brentford. After both were notable absentees from the dramatic 3-2 Carabao Cup first leg defeat to Arsenal on Wednesday night, Rosenior moved quickly to clarify the situation, stressing that neither injury is considered serious and that both players still have a strong chance of being involved at the weekend. Chelsea's loss to Arsenal came under difficult circumstances, with Rosenior forced to navigate the match without several key first-team players due to a combination of injuries, illness and suspension. Despite the result, the Chelsea head coach was keen to focus on the bigger picture, highlighting the importance of careful player management during a demanding period of the season. His comments reflected a manager determined not to take unnecessary risks, particularly with players who are central to Chelsea's attacking rhythm and leadership structure. Speaking about Palmer, Rosenior explained that the midfielder's absence was a preventative decision rather than a reaction to a serious problem. He confirmed that the match against Arsenal simply came too soon for the England international, who has been dealing with a minor strain in his leg. Rosenior emphasised that rushing Palmer back would have been irresponsible, especially in January, when small muscular issues can quickly escalate into long-term problems if not handled properly. The Chelsea boss made it clear that protecting Palmer's availability over the coming weeks is a priority, noting that losing such a key player for 6 weeks would be a far greater setback than missing a single cup tie. Rosenior remains hopeful that Palmer will return to training on Friday, a step that would put him firmly in contention for Saturday's game. Palmer's importance to Chelsea cannot be overstated. His creativity, composure in tight spaces, and ability to influence games in the final third have made him one of the standout performers this season. Even when not at full fitness, his presence alone changes the way opponents set up against Chelsea, which is why Rosenior and his staff are keen to reintegrate him as soon as it is safe to do so. REECE James's situation follows a similar theme of caution. The Chelsea captain picked up a heavy knock to his hip, which left him too sore to be involved against Arsenal. Rosenior described the injury as painful but not alarming, and again expressed optimism that James could be ready in time to face Brentford. For Chelsea, James's return would be a significant boost, not only because of his quality at right-back, but also due to his leadership on and off the pitch. His absence is often felt in Chelsea's structure, intensity, and overall balance. Rosenior also took time to outline the wider context behind Chelsea's selection issues on Wednesday night. Jamie Gittens, who had been expected to feature, was ruled out after falling ill just hours before kickoff. Moises Caicedo was unavailable due to suspension, while Malo Gusto also missed out, adding to an already lengthy list of absentees. Despite these setbacks, Rosenior pointed to several positives, suggesting that the performance still offered encouragement and demonstrated the depth and resilience within the squad. The Brentford match now takes on added importance as Chelsea look to build momentum under Rosenior's leadership. Having Palmer and James available would significantly strengthen Chelsea's chances, particularly against a well-organised and physical Brentford side. Rosenior's comments suggest that final decisions will only be made after Friday's training session, with player welfare remaining the guiding principle. For Chelsea fans, the update offers reassurance rather than alarm. Both Palmer and James are progressing well, and the club appears committed to managing their fitness intelligently rather than chasing short-term gains. As Rosenior continues to assess his squad and navigate a challenging injury landscape, the focus remains on keeping his key players healthy, confident, and ready to contribute during a crucial phase of the season. Chelsea's long-running connection with Victor Osimhen has been dragged back into the spotlight, after fresh warnings suggested the Nigerian striker could complete a shock move to a direct Premier League rival under one clear condition. The Blues were heavily linked with Osimhen in the past and came close to securing his signature in the summer of 2024, only for the deal to collapse at a late stage. Now, with Osimhen thriving away from England, there is growing concern among Chelsea supporters that they may yet watch a long-admired target line up against them instead. Osimhen's career path has taken another dramatic turn since those failed negotiations. After seeing potential moves to Chelsea and Saudi Arabia fall through, The striker sealed a £65 million switch to Galatasaray, a transfer that initially surprised many across Europe. Rather than slowing him down, the move has reignited his best form. Osimhen has been nothing short of sensational in Turkey, scoring an astonishing 47 goals in 41 appearances, and reasserting his reputation as one of the most lethal forwards in world football. His numbers only reinforce what Chelsea already knew. Osimhen is a striker built for big moments, a relentless presence in the box who combines physical power, pace, aerial dominance, and an unshakable hunger for goals. He was the driving force behind Napoli's historic Serie A title win, and for several seasons established himself among Europe's elite forwards. However, his relationship with Antonio Conte eventually broke down, setting the stage for his exit from Italy and opening the door for interested clubs. Chelsea were firmly in that group. At one point, Osimhen appeared destined for Stamford Bridge, with reports suggesting he was open to the move and intrigued by the idea of leading the line in the Premier League. The Blues ultimately chose a different route, strengthening their attack with Liam Delap instead, a decision that divided opinion among fans and former players alike. For some, it represented a long-term investment. For others, it was a missed opportunity to secure a proven, ready-made star. That sense of regret has resurfaced following comments from former Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand, who believes Osimhen would not hesitate to join United if they made a move. Ferdinand's view was echoed by ex-Sunderland striker Asamoah Gyan, who expressed surprise that Europe's biggest clubs did not push harder for Osimhen during the last window. Both suggested that Manchester United's history and stature could be decisive, with Ferdinand going as far as stating that Osimhen would go 100% if United came calling. For Chelsea, those words serve as an uncomfortable reminder of how fine the margins can be in elite recruitment. United, Chelsea and Arsenal all monitored Osimhen's situation before he moved to Galatasaray, yet each club opted for alternative solutions. United signed Benjamin Sesko, Chelsea brought in Delap, while Arsenal turned to Victor Gyökeres. Despite those moves, all three clubs have experienced attacking inconsistencies this season, keeping Osimhen's name firmly in the conversation. Former Chelsea midfielder John Obi Mikel has never hidden his desire to see his compatriot in blue. He openly admitted his disappointment when Chelsea chose not to pursue Osimhen, stressing the value of signing a player who knows how to perform in big games and deliver immediately. From Mikel's perspective, Osimhen represented certainty, a forward who could hit the ground running without the bedding-in period that often comes with younger or less experienced signings. The fear now is not simply that Chelsea missed out once, but that they could be punished for it by a rival.